and it's Ava Brioni Combs. Man.
Yeah, tell him stop bringing all the minors over here late at night. I live right next to him. He do too much. It be like buses, like big ass buses. You just see all type of about. Especially at nighttime, like around 3 o'clock in the morning. It gets wild.
Yes, it was breaking news. Diddy adopted a white child. I want you to tell them the story about how I adopted you. Also, please tell the story.
So, I was on the streets, and then Papa Combs decided that he would like to be a caring man. So then he saw me and decided to pick me up and said to come inside and play with his kids.
Hey, but that's like a little bit like borderline suspect.
The video that was uploaded of her that got me in trouble was uploaded by me.
Did you know she was younger?
I actually was told that she was 19.
My name is Ronald Savage. When I was younger, I was by Africa Bambata. Africa Bambata is the founding father of hip-hop.
That means we have been Africa bamboozled.
The world of hip-hop has long been celebrated for its ability to give a voice to the marginalized and empower communities. However, the music industry has also been plagued by disturbing reports of predatory behavior by some artists who have exploited their influence and access to young fans. Some rappers were able to get away with this and have never been officially charged, but today we will shine a spotlight on a troubling reality. Here are 4 rappers that were exposed as predators. Daniel Rodriguez, or Grimy D. Before TikTok became the platform that people run to discover new music and artists, YouTube was everybody's other option. Daniel Rodriguez had given himself a rap alias called Grimy D and often released music videos on YouTube. He was partially successful, and his sound was quite popular among high school students. He claimed to be some sort of gangster rapper, and these kids just wanted somebody popular to look up to. Grimy D, on the other hand, just wanted kids that he could explore his wild fantasies with, and that is where everything started. Grimy D was a 28-year-old living with his parents and sister, and he would always bring his victims to the house. He met his victims through Facebook, Instagram, and BlackBerry Messenger. He targeted schoolgirls that were 14 years old, and if he met them before they turned 14, he would groom them until he was ready. Grimy D's crime came to light when police found his chats with a 14-year-old schoolgirl on her phone. He was suggesting starting an adult relationship with this child, which led to his arrest. Upon further investigation, police found videos of him having relations with another 14-year-old girl who was still wearing her school uniform. In yet another video, he was having relations with another 14-year-old girl and then urinated on her afterwards. As if his crimes weren't bizarre enough, he had the guts to get into a threesome with 2 14-year-old girls. Grimy D was perverted, and he knew what he was doing was wrong, so he would occasionally duck whenever he spotted his sister passing by the park, where he met with his victims. The rapper's victims did not report the case, even when they felt things had gone too far, because Grimy D made them feel like he was a gangster that could hurt them. But at the end of the day, he was just an adult man living with his parents and using a fake persona to schoolgirls. He was eventually sentenced to 16 years in prison, and we wonder if he fulfills the other inmates' fantasies there. Africa Bambata. While some people cosplay gangsters to get access to children, forefathers of hip-hop like Africa Bambata had free access to them because of his affiliation with the Zulu Nation in 2016. Allegations of him being a predator towards young boys started to come to light. Africa Bambata was one of the people that pioneered rap at a time when it was emerging as a powerful form of self-expression for the Black community, providing a voice to those who had often been marginalized and oppressed. However, he also seemed to have become a kind of oppressor at some point, based on these unfortunate allegations. The first victim that exposed him was Ronald Savage, who claimed that when he was a teenager in the 80s, Bambata would often get into inappropriate acts with him.
I had called Africa Bambata, and because I didn't have nowhere to go, so I went up to his house. He paid the cab, and I was in the living room. Another gentleman was there, and it looked like they was DJing. And Bam told me that I could go into his bedroom because the TV was on. Another time, Bam came to my house. The thing that really stayed in my mind and really freaked me out is I had to lay on the bed and I had to cross my legs. I remember at the time I had this big guy like on me, and from that time I bugged out.
Alongside Savage was 3 other men that had the same stories of abuse by Bambata, all claiming it happened when they were teenagers. Since people were having a hard time believing the victims, one of Bambata's former bodyguards came forward to reveal that he had walked in on the rapper doing questionable things with young boys. He claimed the rapper occasionally traveled with younger men and made them stay in the same room as him overnight. When these allegations came out, African Bambata asked the victims why they didn't come out earlier and questioned their motive, claiming that he was innocent.
Have you ever abused any underage boy?
I never abused nobody. You know, it just sounds crazy to people to say that here you me. You know, my thing is, you know all my people back then. You know the hundreds of people that been around me. You know, if something like that happened, why you never want to? None of them. Yeah, what is the motivation? What is the agenda?
Do you think there is an agenda there?
It's hard to say. You know, you don't know what many of these people are thinking, what is behind it. Some parts I've seen like it could be shake-ups.
Whether they told him then or now, the reaction would have still been the same. Bambata's crew at Universal Zulu Nation also got the heat because one of the victims sued them as a defendant in the case. The lawsuit also lists Zulu Nation and XYZ Corp as defendants, as they allegedly helped to target, groom, and abuse the children. The victim claimed that Bambata inappropriately harmed them for a period of 4 years and pimped them out to older men that did the same. Zulu Nation defended themselves by saying the allegations were Africa Bambata and his lawyer's business. Of the 1,000 ways to handle these allegations, that was probably not the best way to handle the situation, but their predicament was understandable, dealing with a fallen icon affiliated with their collective. Africa Bambata has not been arrested yet for the allegations, and he has been traveling to different countries on tour, which must be very difficult for his alleged victims to witness. Tekashi 6ix9ine. Although the victims in Bambata's case haven't gotten justice, the victims in Tekashi 6ix9ine's case got partial justice. In 2015, Tekashi 6ix9ine released a music video featuring underage girls, and the images looked like he was going to perform acts with girls that were under 16. But it wasn't just the picture. A video also surfaced with him performing acts on a young girl. After pleading guilty to the crime, the victim filed another lawsuit against him and his associate, Tay Millie. In the lawsuit, a lot of bizarre details came to light. The victim claimed that when she was 13, Tay Millie drugged her and took her to a club in Harlem, where he took advantage of her. They were performing multiple acts with her and recording it on camera. In one of the videos, she was seen performing fellatio on Tay Millie, while 6ix9ine gestured pelvic thrust behind her and groped her. And I guess it's not alleged if there's a video. In a second video, she was sitting partially undressed on 6ix9ine's lap, while yet another video showed her lying naked on both 6ix9ine and Millie's lap while they groped her. All these activities caused physical, emotional, and psychological damage to the victim, based on the lawsuit. Tekashi 6ix9ine was sentenced to only 4 years of probation and 1,000 hours of community service. However, he wasn't made to register as an offender, despite the gravity of the charges against him. Diddy.
Tell you what, take this toy helicopter, put it down his pants. All right, we'll do it. We'll do.
Finally, we come to the man of the hour. More like the man of 2024. You honestly can't go anywhere without hearing his name lately. The one and only Diddy, Sean Puffy Combs, or P. Diddy. Obviously, you have heard the recent accusations and potential charges, but the trail of accusations go all the way back to 1990, when Diddy was still an employee of Uptown Records. Now, it is important to note that although the rumors about Diddy are extensive, a man is innocent until he is proven guilty. And to date, he has not been charged or convicted with a crime. But here are a few of the many allegations against Diddy. A then 16-year-old Liz Gardner met Diddy at an event in New York City at MCA Records. She claimed she was coerced into an adult situation where he and singer Aaron Hall would take turns having their way with her. She also claimed he choked her until she lost consciousness. Fast forward to 1991, where Diddy is accused of drugging and having his way with Joy Dickerson-Neal. They were on a date in Harlem and eventually made it back to his house, where he took and had his way with her and filmed the horrific event to show his friends in the industry. In 1993, Diddy's son Justin was born with a woman named Misa Hilton. The two separated shortly after because of reasons unknown. However, there are some accusations and claims that Diddy was hurting the woman. Shortly after they split up, then Diddy fell in love with Kim Porter. Kim and Diddy met at Uptown Records, and she would end up leaving Al B. Sure for the rapper and producer. Their relationship would continue off and on for 13 years, and the two had 3 children together. Kim passed away in 2018 while writing a tell-all book about their relationship with Diddy and things she was exposed to. Diddy's bodyguard, Gene Deal, would later open up during interviews about the harm that she endured by the man known then as Puffy. He would do all kinds of terrible things to her in and out of the bedroom.
Her book was about to come out, and she was talking about all the perils, everything that she went through in the music business and with Diddy. I don't know, man. How do you put your girl through some shit like that? Or how you look at your girl and knowing that she sexing another dude? What kind of demonic mind you have to be that far gone where that shit don't bother you for somebody that you love? But Kim Book was going to express all that.
Wow, man. So she was about to expose all that in her book, them sleeping with men together.
She was going to expose everything. I heard it was tell all.
In the years of 1998 to 2000, while on break from Kim, Diddy would date Jennifer Lopez. While their relationship was short-lived and there were no claims of any wrongdoings on Diddy's behalf, there are some coincidences that could lead one to believe the cycle continued with her as well. J-Lo recently opened up in a documentary on Amazon's Prime Video called The Greatest Love Story Never Told. She would speak about her past relationships, claiming that she was never beat up, but she was with a man who had an obscure view of what love looked like. She would also say that she was manhandled and disrespected in her past relationships. Diddy was not named to be this person. However, in 2002, only 2 years after the couple split, J-Lo would make a movie called Enough, where a woman was dealing with an unfaithful lover who continuously hurt her physically. Finally, we come to Cassie Ventura, who Diddy met when she was 19 years old. She was signed to his label in 2007, and rumors of a relationship began surfacing after Diddy and Kim Porter split for the final time. In 2012, Cassie would publicly be recognized as his girlfriend, and finally, the couple would split in 2018. Cassie would go on to file a lawsuit claiming horrible, horrible things, which would be backed up by many people who surrounded them in their personal lives.
The video is disturbing. Just released surveillance footage from 2016 showing what appears to be Diddy violently assaulting then-girlfriend Cassie. In the video obtained by CNN, Diddy, seen in a towel, strikes Cassie, and after dropping to the ground, she is kicked twice from behind. Diddy then attempts to drag her away from the elevator bank. Later in the footage, it appears Diddy shoves Cassie in the corner, then throws an object in her direction.
Throughout the years, there would also be a handful of Jane Does who would later come out and file lawsuits on Diddy after Cassie finally stepped forward to expose the dark secrets of his past and present. It's funny how hip-hop was started as a way to highlight social issues and bring awareness to it. Instead, some of the pioneers of hip-hop and new artists have used it as an avenue to hurt people in their own twisted and selfish ways. Justice was served to some people, and others have to sit on their hands while hoping their predators are punished. Either way, we hope the victims heal and get the justice they deserve. We would love to know your thoughts about these rappers in the comments. Make sure to check out these other videos too. And if you're looking for more content like this, subscribe to the channel and hit the bell to get notified when we drop a new video. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.